Uh, Good day, everyone. Now that we are now on another episode on vectors, though there are several episodes on the platform, and this time we'll be looking at vectors again. Now, vectors that we'll be looking at, firstly, we'll be starting with addition and subtraction of vectors. Then we'll go to resolution of vectors. Well, I believe we should all have gotten one or two knowledge about vector before. Now, the points I will be highlighting for us before we start are points based on types of vectors. We have several types of vectors, and they can be in several the vectors can be in several dimensions. We have one dimension, we have two dimension, and we have three dimension. So that's one thing I want us to take note. Your vector can be in, this is one dimension, meaning it's going in one form, so that will be carrying an I from A to B. This one vector AB, this one vector. I get him now. Then we can have two dimension, which is this to this, A B C. I get him now. So we'll be looking at resolution of vectors with this. That will be AC. Resolution of vectors, that will be AC. Are we together now? So this is two dimension, I and J. Then the third dimension is when we're having A, B, C. Let me say C and D, or let me put C here and D here. I get him now. So this is three dimension, which is I, J, and K. So now these are the three dimensions we'll be looking at on vectors. So now let's just start with addition and subtraction of vectors. I believed, and that's why I'm doing this video now, so that everyone will have gone through and read through vectors before we do this. Now, going through the first outline here, we'll be looking at addition and subtraction, resolution, product of vectors, where we have scalar triple product, vector triple product, and scalar dot product, vector cross product. We have scalar dot product and vector cross product. So we'll be looking at the dot product and the cross product, which is this and this. Then for the triple product also. So are we together now? So now we'll be starting, and then without wasting much time, we'll just be I'll be putting you through on how we are going to input our data. Now, the first thing you need to know under vector is how to change your calculator to vector mode. Now, first of all, just go to your calculator. This is in vector, but let me put it in a mode whereby everybody's calculator will be. Now, the first thing for you to note here is that your calculator has to be in vector mode. So how do you change it to vector mode? You press mode 8. You press 8. Sorry, what did I press? Instead, mode 8. So it's in vector mode. Then you press 1. Now, what I did actually was that it's already in vector mode. Then what I did was to press mode 8. Then now we have vector A, we have vector B, and we have vector C, meaning that you have three different vectors. And my question here says F1, F2. So what you need to do is that this one will be noted as your A, and this will be noted as your B. Are you getting me now? So just change this as your A, this as your B. Then now you click on 1. What you need to do first of all is to input your givens, all this in A. Are you getting now? So pressing all this now, a question. Okay, let me put it this way so that we can all be seeing what I'm doing. So now all this is going to be in A, and all B is going to be in B. So now let's press 1 because we want to input A. So let's press 1. So we have now how many dimension, which is this. The calculator is asking us for the number of dimensions here. So we have 3 dimension, we have 2 dimension, meaning that when you want to add, are we together now? You'll be adding either 1 dimension or 2 dimensions together. Are you getting me now? We will be adding either 1 dimension or 2 dimensions. So your question can come in 3 dimension or 2 dimension. Now this question here is in 3 dimension, I, J, and K. Are we together now? This is 1 dimension, this is another dimension, this is another dimension. So now A is in 3 dimension. So we press 1. We press 1. So now having pressed 1, now you see now it's now asking you for this space, which is 3, which is I, J, and K. Now once you have something like this, what you need to just do is to press your coefficient of your I, coefficient of your J, and coefficient of your K. Now take note, this is where you should be careful of. If my I is not having any coefficient, meaning that the coefficient is going to be what? 1. Now the coefficient of I here is 3, so you press 3. After pressing this 3, you press equals to. Then it has been imputed, which is I as 3. The next one, J, like I said for I, your J is not having any number here, meaning that invisibly you're having 1 J. So your J is 1. So you press 1, then you press another equals to. So your 1 has been stored there. So then K, which is the 3rd dimension, is having 2K. So you press 2, then you store it. So then you press equals to. So it has been stored. So when you take this back, you see that the 2 is already there, the 1 is already there, the 3 is already there. So then you can now press. Now when you are done inputting your values for A, that's where you need to be careful. When you are done inputting your values for A, then you can now press shift, then press 5, shift 5. Are you together now? So having pressed shift 5, you are done solving A. You want to solve another, you want to store another data, which is B. You want to store B. Are we together now? So you press 2, then press B, which is vector B, that's 2. Then vector, the vector is having dimension, 3 dimension. Now let's store for B. Are you getting now? You want to store another data. So now if you look at our vector B is carrying 1I. Vector B is carrying I as 1, meaning that it is 1 that is here, then here is 3, then here is 1. So you're having 1, press equals to, you're having 3, press equals to, then your K is also having 1, press equals to 1, press equals to. So everything has been stored, 1, 3, 1. So that's just it. So now when you are done inputting your questions, which is the last one now, then you can now press AC. So you've input A and B, which is F1 and F2. We've pressed AC. So what you need to do next now is to now, what is your question asking you to do? Your question is asking you to find A plus B. The question is F1 plus F2. Are you getting me now? This arrow is just showing you that it is a vector. This is a vector. And the question is A plus B. Are we together? That's A plus B. Now what you need to do now, how do we get our A and how do we get our B? What you know is to do, just come here, press shift 5. Now shift 5 now is not telling you that the other time we press shift 5, if you don't forget, we press shift 5 the other time, we're having just number 1 and number 2. When we press 2, then it gave us a room to press our B. But now when we press it now, we now have A. We have 1 2 3 to 7. So what you need to do now is that you press 3. So that's vector F1. Then you press plus. Then press that shift again, shift 5. Shift 5. Then you have to press B. This is our A, this is our B. So you press, what's B? B is 4. So you press 4. So now you have A plus B. So the next thing for you to just press equals to. So now this is the summation of your vectors. Your answer here now is which is A vector A F1 plus vector 2, which is B, which is A plus B, is now equals to, our A plus B is now equals to, let me put it here so that we can all be seeing. So our A plus B is now equals to 4I. No, the first one is I plus 4J plus 3K. That's it. So now, the same way we've done this, same way is what you also use when you are doing the second question. What you just need to do, the question has been saved already. So what you just need to just press AC, go back, shift 5. The first one is B, F, B minus A. So what you just need to do, just press 4 minus shift 5 3. That's B minus A. So you have it. So what you have here now is that A minus F2 minus F1, which is your B minus your A, vector B minus vector A. Don't forget, this means if you don't put it, maybe you are just writing something else. You need to put the arrow on top. So now B minus A means that the vector B minus vector A, and what you have here is you have minus 2I. Then if you look at the second one here, the second one is carrying 2. Whatsoever you put this tab on, you have the answer here. So minus 2, 2, minus 1. So this one is having minus 2I. Then this one is having plus 2I, plus 2J. And the last one, which is K, is having minus, I can say it is minus 1K. And at the same time, I can decide to do it as minus 2I plus 2J and minus K. If I say minus 1K, it's the same thing as minus K. Do you understand now? So that's on addition and subtraction of vectors. I will as well drop some questions on the comment I will as well drop other questions alongside with this on the description button so that we can try them. I'll drop questions on 2 dimension, I'll drop questions on 3 dimension. Try them and then let me see the comments. So on the next episode, we'll be working on resolution of vectors before we go to the cross products and dot products and triple products of vectors. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. I will as well do more depending on your subscription and depending on your comments. So just like, share, and then don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.